Hello everybody, welcome to this little video where we will try and explain the rule sets of Sletten. My first disclaimer is that if I say something that's wrong or opposite of what's in the text, it's the text on the homepage that counts, not what I say. But I'll try and do this anyway because we're so many people at Sletten that when we gather in the big circle and talk, very few people can hear what we're saying. So we're going to try and make this little video where we explain the basic rules. Yeah. I have here my display of the weapons that are allowed to use in our battles at Sletten. We have the categories of one-handed cutting weapons. The axe, the knife and the sword. And the target zones for those three and the Dane axe is as follows. Eric, please. The torso, the shoulder is the target to the bone. The arm is not a target. Still, the bone is the target to the t-shirt ring. Here, if you hit inside of the t-shirt thing, it's a headshot and you are dead. So it's all the body, the crotch, down to above the knee. Yeah? And turn around. The whole thing is the target, the bum, the thigh, the back. But when you hit someone from behind, don't hit the spine. Try and be safe. Don't hit them in the bum. That's nice. Yes? And it's metal kills. You know, we are great fighters and we like to have nice cutting actions and we like to have a good fight. But we can't have judges. We are each other's judges, and so that to make a simple game, we have simple rules. So he's dead. Doesn't matter if I'm a little girl and he's a 30-year-old big bulky warrior, he's still dead. Little touch, dead. That's just how it is. The other category of weapons are the spears. We have the two-handed spear and we have the one-handed spear, and they have the same target zone. And the target zone is the torso. So I can hit him in the shoulder, I can hit him in and then we say old man's underwear. Yeah, so it's here, it's the hip, it's the bum, and yeah, but not the thighs, not the legs. So if I hit him from the side, this would not be a target, but this will be again the bone. The bone is the target, but if you're nice, you hit the soft bit. And the spears has to hit with the point. So it has to be a thrust. And I can thrust like this. I can also thrust like that, but it has to be the tip that hits. If I go with the flat, it's a slap and we don't count it. This becomes difficult sometimes to, if I do this, it's a hit. If I do that, it's a slap. But that's why you need to practice with your two-handed spear or one-handed spear before you go into battle, because it is a precision weapon and you have to hit with the point to get the kill. The Dane axe has the same target zones as the sword, so it's the shoulder, the bone, and it's the thighs. Is a big target for Dane axe. You can thrust with the Dane axe, you can slap with the Dane axe, you can tippy tap with the Dane axe. But it is a pretty dangerous weapon, so if you hook someone, you have to let go. Especially when it's in this arm, when we get hooked in the arm, it's nice, you must let go. So if you're a Dane axe person, please carry a secondary because you might lose your axe. Avoid hooking people, pulling. It's not nice. But the rules say if you tippy tap with the hook, it is a kill. Okay, so you can do it, but you have to do it safely. And the same goes for the one-handed axe. You can pull, but you have to do it lightly. And if you get hooked, let go, because it can create injuries. So for all the weapons, we try not to make a lot of safety rules because we don't want all the judges going on when we fight, but you have to control your weapons. So it is allowed for me to stab. It's allowed for me to stab in the thigh if I have trained it and if it's something that I do and I can do it in a controlled manner. Because else we have too many debates if it's a stab or it's a blood. We are over 600 people trying to fight together. So we can't have too many rules, but it's your obligation to be safe with your weapons. Protection. The only protection that is mandatory is gloves. So you have to wear a padded glove in the hand that you hold your weapons in. So if you are fighting with a two-handed weapon, you have to have two gloves. That's the only thing that we say you have to have a padded glove for your hands. We recommend that you wear some type of arm guard. This is a modern type. Doesn't matter because you have to wear it hidden under your authentic clothing. You can wear knee protection. You can wear elbow protection. It's up to you. But we have no rules for it. We don't recommend over padding, like super high plastic knee guards where you can't feel the target zones. Please don't do that. You shouldn't need to be so protected that you have to wear hockey gear for Western style fighting. So mandatory, a padded glove. So we also fight with shields, and they should be nice. They should have a full edge with leather or rawhide. They should not have any nails or splinters that can hit or rip anybody. You are allowed to wear a shield on your back like this, but if you do, you need to have a weapon that you can pull, and you have to be able to pull the shield out so that you can fight with it. And then there is also people who like to have a secondary weapon inside the shield. This is also allowed, but the weapon has to be all the way behind the shield. Okay, so we don't like people gaming the system and having a little extra protection up here or anything like that. You can have the axe inside the shield, but it has to be covered by the rim. Yeah? Alright, so now we come to some of our more debatable rules, but this is the rule. So this is Eric. He's a good, nice huskarl. He has a nice shield on his back. And of course, when he carries a shield on his back, he is protected from my hits on the shield. Okay, so if he carries the shield on the back and he can draw it and everything, I can't kill him on the shield. That's logical. But here comes the rule system. If he carries a sword or a knife or a pouch or a bag or anything in his belt, and if I hit the sword, and if the sword wasn't there, I would hit his body, then it is a kill. Weird, but that's just because we don't want people to game having all kinds of stuff hanging around so that they are protected. So if I hit the sword, he's dead. If I hit it here, he's dead. If I hit it down here where I wouldn't have hit him, he's not dead. If I hit the knife, he's dead. Tricky, huh? If I hit the shield, he's not dead. Okay, a little debate on bucklers. This is a lovely medieval protective weapon, and it's lovely to play around with. We love it in the training because it gives you a very nice shield training. But it's not a Viking weapon, so we do not bring it to the battlefield. A little talk about safety. Of course, your safety is how you wield your weapon, that you are able to control the sword and you're able to hit what you're aiming for and all that. But it's also, you are also responsible for the way you move your body, the way you present yourself in the fight. So you should always be aware of your whole body and protect yourself. Not just the target zones, but everything. We try to avoid injury by being smart. So, for instance, crazy stance where you have your head very low and defend yourself and your head is just... it's really not a good idea. It's not a good idea to be jumping around like this because you are putting your own safety at risk. But you're also destroying the game for someone else, the guy that makes an injury on you. So always move and behave in a controlled manner that you have trained. Especially when we are running in the forest, don't run full speed. You always have to have a safety block so that you can stop your weapons and you can control so that we don't have any injuries. It's your responsibility if you make an injury. But you also have some kind of responsibility when you receive an injury, especially if you are running around being crazy. Okay?